You know how many times that makes that Sudani told the citizens that he's going to keep his solemn oath promise to give them purchasing power. You know how many times he has said that. This is the 9th time. Why would Sudani be a habitual informer to the citizens that he's going to keep his promise of giving them purchasing power through a new exchange rate by lifting the 3 zeros off their exchange rate and introduce lower notes? Why would Sudani do that so many times? Interior Ministry, tomorrow, the opening of the electronic passport systems in the American cities of Los Angeles and Detroit. Quote, the Directorate of Civil Status, Passports and Residence would like to inform citizens regarding the campaign to open the electronic passport system outside the country to be available to Iraqis residing abroad. Why did the CBI decide to wait until the end of their fiscal year to do it? Hint. Hint. Could it be under the direction of Dr. Shabibi? They also told us the most opportune time to conduct a substantial revaluation is at the beginning of the fiscal year. Their fiscal year begins January 1st. Also, I then back up with my conversation I had with my CBI contact that told me her committee to switch out the notes still intends to go forward with the process of deleting the zeros at this same time period also. Coincidental? We can only pray that this new process to begin at the end of 2024 will bring success for Iraq. My CBI contact has told me that if the switchover of the currency, better known as the project to delete the zeros, was not connected with a revaluation, then Iraq would have completed it a very long time ago. They would not have to wait. It does not take a rocket scientist to see that a 1 dinar note etc. would be worthless without a revaluation to coincide. We can now see why they delay in doing the project to delete the zeros. When will this next move occur? So, we are coming very close to the switchover from the currency auctions to the international process of currency exchanges to operate in Iraq. As we get close to walk through this, RV/re/rate change, door, I want you to remember that there will always be cockroaches in the crawl space. There will always be cockroaches in the government of Iraq. There will always be troublemakers. You will always see eruptions. You will always see the Superman Sudani with a big S on his chest that will put those volcanoes out. Iraq on the map of change, expected international decisions will be taken before Trump's arrival. Quote, the unannounced visit of the U.S. Secretary of State is to complete the upcoming changes in Iraq. There is international and UN movement towards Iraq, and for this reason the new phase will witness major changes on the internal level, as Iraq is part of the change in the map of the new Middle East. Iraq within the map of change, specialist upcoming international decisions will be taken before the arrival of Trump. They want to make sure everything is finished before Trump takes office. There is a massive push as they want to be allies and very strong. Iran is trying to get their hands on Iraq's $100 million US in the Federal Reserve Bank in New York City. This is why many Iraqis say this is Sudani as PM's last go-round. This has been going on for several months. Do not get comfortable with the progress Iraq is making. There may be a few steps backward and then a lot of steps forward. The tear in the country is showing. Parliament went on winter break without resolving some very serious issues. U.S. Secretary of State is here on surprise visit. He's proclaiming how secure and stable we are in the region. Frank, don't even waste your time with him. Treat him like you do Parliament. Trump sent the people he wanted already, and the reason why is because of the success of your monetary reform. The auctions were for the purpose to maintain the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. For no other reason, period, end of story. So there will be no more foreign currency. No more USD. Then what else are they going to use? The lower notes. Former MP Mohammed al-Shabaki stressed on Monday the importance of amending Article 12 of the budget law so that the Federal Ministry of Oil and the National Oil Marketing Company, SOMO, are informed of the facts of oil exports from the Kurdistan region. Al-Shabaki said in an interview with Al-Maluma agency, the government submitted a single line to amend Article 12 of the General Budget Law related to the costs of extracting oil from the Kurdistan region, and the Parliamentary Finance Committee did well when it matured the amendment. There were extensive discussions and a sound and good opinion was reached, which is to seek the help of a specialized international company to investigate the facts and find out the real production costs of Kurdistan oil, indicating that this matter requires support from the government, especially since all political blocs are with this opinion. He added that the regional government wanted to pass the amendment easily, but it fell into the trap. The Ministry of Oil and SOMO have the right to know many facts related to oil exports in Kurdistan, such as the nature of the contracts, who are the contracting parties, the type of contracts, whether they are partnership or service contracts, and other details. He pointed out that the federal government cannot agree to change production costs only without knowing the contracts, the investing and extracting parties, and other technical parties related to the issue. It is noteworthy that amending Article 12 of the Budget Law has sparked widespread controversy within Parliament, amid objections from some blocs, and it is scheduled to proceed with the amendment in the next legislative session. Deputy Chairman of the Parliamentary Planning Committee, MP Mohammed Karim, confirmed on Monday that amending Article 12C of the Triennial Budget Law, which was voted on by Parliament last year at the request of the Prime Minister, requires a deeper study, as it will allow for changing the schedules. A member of the committee said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, the Prime Minister's request during his hosting in the House of Representatives to amend Article 12C of the Budget Law needs a deeper study within the Parliament, especially the Parliamentary Finance Committee, because the amendment will include significant changes in the budget schedules. He added, the article is related to the region and is summarized in forming specialized committees for the purpose of calculating the oil exported from the region, and deducting it from its share designated in the next budget. MP Mohammed Al-Shabaki confirmed to Al-Maluma, in a previous statement that a consulting company will audit the contracts concluded by the region to find out the cost of oil production in the Kurdistan region and whether it exceeds $16 per barrel as the regional government claims or otherwise, because this information is not clear to the federal government, the Ministry of Oil and the National Oil Marketing Company SOMO. Rafidain Bank announced today, Monday, the collection of more than 5 trillion dinars electronically. A statement by the bank, a copy of which was received by Al-Maluma agency, stated that 1,124 departments have activated electronic collection. He pointed out that the amounts that were settled amounted to more than 5 trillion